All right, y'all, what up? I'm doing something I've never done, posting a video like this long. But I just want to welcome y'all, whoever's watching this. My name's Darren Chapman, and I posted some stuff on Facebook the other day about I believe everybody should be invested in buying Apple stock right now. And you had quite a few people saying, I want to buy it. How do I buy it? Why should I buy it? All these questions. And so I just wanted to do a video to kind of walk through some things, basic, kind of like stock market basics, the things to kind of just get people started with. And so y'all gotta have to forgive me, excuse me, because I'm gonna be looking down at my pad. I wrote some notes so I don't forget anything. This is my first video. Maybe there'll be more. Maybe I can go more in detail about stuff as the time permits. But I just kind of wanted to give the people just some basics, basic things I feel like we should all be learning. But nevertheless, here we are. So I'm gonna get started with stock market basics. Okay. And first off, I'm gonna just tell y'all real quick. I'm not like a master investor. Shout out my boy Ian. I'm not like a big day trader. I'm not really, you know, I'm not gonna try to tell y'all need to know everything in the world to do this stuff and study, spend hours, which I recommend. But I just want y'all to know this video is just for kind of average people who just they got a job, they got extra money, they want to grow their money, they want to learn, and you don't want to go to college to learn the stock market, and you don't want to spend the rest of your life studying and all those things. So this video is just for like the average person, which most people, I think rather you average, beginner, advanced, there's still gonna be some stuff in here that y'all can pick up on. So I'm gonna just get started. And the first question that I got was, because I kind of got a little outline, is what is stock, right? People want to know, like, what is stock? What does it mean? And it's really simple. When you own stock, you have ownership in a company. All it means is you, depending on how much of the stock you own, you are a part owner of this company. And so, obviously, the more you have, the more percentage you have, the larger your voice becomes in that company. So, stock is simply just ownership in a company, and a person who owns that stock is referred to as like a stockholder or a shareholder. That's what that means. Okay, that's what stock is. So essentially, you could take one company. I'll give you an example. Let's say Facebook, right? We all know Facebook. I think most of y'all are on here. And so you would, let's say you had a piece of paper, right? Just one piece of paper. And let's say that piece of paper was Facebook. And you just tore that little piece of paper up into, like, I think that number's probably like 23 billion shares that they have for people to buy. I could be wrong, but I think it's somewhere around there. Yeah, I think I'm wrong. Anyway, y'all can check that out. We'll go through that later. But basically, you can have all those little pieces of paper, and those little pieces of paper make up that one company. So they make up for all the shares of stock. And so the more of those you buy, obviously, the more you own of the company. And so, some companies are public and some companies are private. So I'm going to be brief on what that means. Some companies like Facebook, obviously, they're public companies. That means they're publicly traded. They're on a stock exchange like the New York Stock Exchange. It could be the S&P 500, the Dow Jones. You have all these different stock markets that make up a lot of these companies. And then you have companies that are private, that are not public, so you can't go actually and buy shares on a stock market for them, but they're private. And so what that means is, if I start a company in my backyard and let's say that company starts getting really big, I can choose to stay private and maintain all the control and everything over the company because I built it, or I can say, you know what, I'm going to go public. I'm gonna go public with the company, and which means I'm gonna go to a stock market and apply to become on their exchange. So then people like you guys can go out and buy shares. Now, when you guys buy shares and you guys spend, let's say my company stock is $20 a share, that money comes to me, to my company, for me to, whether I want to pay debt down, or if I want to, do some R&D, so research and develop, let's say, new products, things like that. I can take that money and do whatever I want to do with it, right? Because you guys are investing in my company to grow. And so that's kind of the basics behind public private. When you private, you don't have all that extra money that you can go and get, but you also still have control. But when you're public, you don't have as much control. The control becomes in the form of the shareholders, the stockholders, people like you guys that's going to be buying the stock. You guys are going to have most of the say so in these companies. And that's how certain CEOs can even get kicked out of their own company that they build. That happened to Steve Jobs with Apple. I don't know if y'all seen that movie, but it was good. So that's what is stock. That's just some basics of what is stock. Next, I'll kind of funnel into like why own it, right? We'll talk about why you should own stock. You want to own a piece of a company, right? You want to, this is really important. I want y'all to get this. You don't want to be consumers forever, right? My shirt say champion, right? People got Jordans, Nikes, cars, all kind of things. We buy stuff, consume. But none of us are actually saying, I want to be part owner in that company, right? So everybody's talking about the new iPhone 10, and they're ranting and raving over this $1,000 iPhone, and it's all great. But nobody's really saying, I own Apple shares of stock. Nobody's really buying the stock. So you own a part of this company when you buy the stock. So why not own a part of it? If you believe in these iPhones, you believe in this technology, you believe in these clothes, these cars, whatever it may be, if you're spending your hard-earned money with those companies, why wouldn't you want to just, own a part of them? And so you guys have the right to own stock. When you own stock, to attend meetings like shareholders meetings, have that voice, have that say so, and why it's, so important to be a part of that company. So I would recommend, owning a piece of that stock. It's really, really important because you also want to make money, right? So the whole purpose is to make money when you're in the stock market. I don't think nobody's in there really to just kind of let their money kind of plateau or go down. I think most people want to make money. If you don't want to make money, I want you to get off my video, because that's all we want to do. We want to make money. So here's how you make money with the stock. So let's say I start a company in my backyard. Let's say I start making, let's say I start making combs, right, for hair, okay? Hair combs, all right? And then let's say my company starts getting big. It starts to grow. I get a lot of sales. I get a lot of new, retailers that want to sell my comb. And one day I'm like, this thing is growing so big that I can't control it, right? I can't control it, or I need more money because I need to grow, because now they want it in Asia. They want my combs in Asia and in Africa, and I need more money. So I say, I want to go public, right? And I apply for one of the stock exchanges. They say, great. I start to sell shares to get money up, right, for my company. Once I do that, bam, I'm rocking, right? So now you got people everywhere able to buy my comb. The brand starts getting bigger and bigger, kind of global, international. And so people start to see like, wow, that company, I remember that guy started that in his backyard, right? And that company now, let's say we started at $20 a share, right? When I got approved for the stock exchange, we went to $20 a share. It goes to Asia, it goes to Africa, and then one day there's a picture online with Beyonce, and she's using my comb, right? Now it's like everybody wants this comb, So now instead of the price being $20 a share, it moves up to $30 a share. So you bought it at 20. Obviously now it's at 30. You made a 50% return on your money, You say I'm selling it at 30. I bought 100 shares at 20 bucks. Now they're worth 30. I'm gonna sell them, right? So instead of, what's that, 100 bucks a share times 20, that'd be 2 grand is what you paid for those 100 shares. Now it's worth 30. So now you say I'm gonna take the 3 grand. I'm gonna take $1,000 profit and walk away, right? Some people is gonna say, man, he's rocking. We're gonna keep holding. We're gonna keep holding this stock because that's just Beyonce. Wait till Rihanna get it, and wait till all these other people start using this comb, and the stock price may go to 50 bucks. So you bought it at 20, now it's worth 50. I think that's a good bargain. So basically what y'all got to know is, and this is the example I've been using. When I was a freshman in college, shout out Indiana University, Bloomington. Okay, that's where I went to my undergrad. When I was a freshman, I'll never forget in 2002, 03, the iPod. It was like it had just came out. I remember people walking around campus with this little white square thing with a circle on it, little screen. Everybody had their headphones. I couldn't afford one of those. But everybody had it, and it was like the thing you just wanted to have because it made you look cool, feel cool. And at the time, as a freshman in college, I kind of knew that was going to soon be the trend. Well, the company Apple, who created the iPod in 2003, I looked this up yesterday or the other day, their stock price was 98 cents a share in 2003. Now, I was 18, something like that, 18, 19. I didn't know anything about stocks. My mom or dad didn't tell me, hey, they didn't give me the game. They didn't give me the knowledge of stock and they didn't know it. So that's why they couldn't give it to me. But even if, let's say dad would have knew or my mom would have knew, I would have called them up and said, hey, there's something going on with these iPods and it's about to be the craze. It's about to be the wave. Like, we need to get on board with it, right? They would have bought those shares at 98 cents. And I'll tell y'all right now, and I'm going to look on my iPhone and tell y'all the latest stock price for Apple. I don't know if y'all can see this. $178.58. So if I would have bought, let's say, one of those for 98 cents in 03, it would now be worth $178 over a 15-year period. I think that's 178 times your money. So if I would have put $1,000 in it in 03, it would now, that $1,000 would be worth $178,000. So that's what y'all got to understand. When we buying these companies, these stocks, I'm talking about the average person saying, I'm going to take some of my paycheck each week or bi-weekly or whatever it may be and say, I'm going to just start buying and accumulating certain shares of stock. Apple's a company I think that's still going to grow crazy. Literally, I think in the next probably 12 to 18 months, they're just gonna keep rocking. Y'all gonna keep buying their phones. Y'all gonna keep downloading apps. I don't see that changing in the next probably, I don't know, some new technology is gonna come probably and change it, but it's probably gonna be Apple that's gonna create the new technology as well or buy the competition. So I'm rocking with them. I got Apple stocks. I think y'all should own them. If y'all got the phone, why not own them? I think it's important for y'all to talk to y'all kids who's 9, 8, 9 and up. They need to understand the market. Because they're going to tell y'all what's hot. Y'all not going to know, but they're going to go to school and they're going to say, hey, this video game or this new gadget or these new whatever is hot, and Dad, you need to take a look. Mom, you need to take a look, and you need to find that parent company, and you need to figure out what that means is some companies are owned by bigger companies. That's their parent company. So we can talk about Xbox. That's a great example. The video game, the gaming system that the kids are playing, it's owned by Microsoft. And if y'all don't know what Microsoft is, y'all should go read something. But I just feel like these kids are gonna know, because I knew at 18 that Apple was gonna take off, but I didn't know the stock market. But had I been, had that knowledge, like my son has that knowledge, so now he can say, hey, this is the move, and we can make that move. You know what I'm saying? He can have his own account and buy the stock himself. So that's kind of where I want to take y'all to. So that's one way to make money is to, a company goes up in growth. The whole comb example, I used it in Asia, or now they doing it in Asia, now they doing it in Africa. Beyonce's using it. The company grows, the price grows, your ownership amount grows, right? With that. So that's one way to make money from a stock with it going up. Another popular way is a dividend. And I'm going to explain a dividend really quick. A dividend is it's an amount of money that a company gives a shareholder for every share they own on a quarterly basis. So let me give you guys an example. Let's say I own 100 shares of Apple stock back in May 2017. Apple gave each shareholder 63 cents dividend per share. So if you own, let's say 100 shares, they're going to give you 63 cents for every share you own this quarter. And that's just free cash that they're just saying here, because you own shares, for every one you own, we're going to give you 63 cents. And so some people own so many shares in these companies that they just live off of those dividend checks, right? Think about that. Like 63 cents a share. Now, obviously, Apple's $178 right now. But let's just say you would have bought, I don't know, if you got money, maybe you'd have bought 1 million of them in 03, 04. And now you're getting, $1 million times 63 cents. That's a pretty good, I think that's what, $630,000 you would be getting every quarter, just because that's just your dividend check. That's just cash that's coming to you. That's not, your value of your million shares. You see what I'm saying? And so, and that's just an example, but there's companies that pay a dividend on a quarterly basis to all of its shareholders. And that's something y'all need to just kind of learn. Not every company has a dividend. Some companies do it because they want the shareholders to feel good about their investment in their company. And so that's something that's big for a lot of people. Some people is not even going to buy stock in companies that don't have a dividend. But I just think, I feel like this. I feel like you guys could, just start accumulating shares, right? So how to buy stock. I'll go into that, how to buy stock. So just how you would set up a bank account, or even an email or a social media account, you can set up a brokerage account. It's easier than ever nowadays. The one app I use, and I love it now, is called Robinhood. Y'all probably heard about it. Maybe not. But Robinhood is an app you can just download it straight from your phone. The thing I like most about Robinhood is, for one, there's no trading fees, $0 in trading fees. So you can buy shares, you can sell shares, and pay $0 for doing it. There's other companies like Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Scottrade, Ameritrade. I mean, the list goes on. There's a lot of companies. Y'all can choose who y'all want. I got accounts with Fidelity, Scottrade, and Robinhood. I use those. I also use another account. I'll talk to y'all later about it. It's called Stockpile, but I use that for my kids. But I'll talk to y'all about what that means later. But the brokerage accounts, you can feel free to use whatever one you want. Some people don't like Robinhood, and that's great. I love it. But you can use those other ones, and you can pay to trade. You can pay $7 per trade. That's totally fine. I would tell y'all use Robinhood because, for one, it's $0 in trading fees, and then two, you can refer your friends to it, and they actually give you a free share of stock for every time you refer a friend, up to like $500. After you get your $500 in free like referrals, I think they cut you off, but like those other companies aren't going to do that. Fidelity's not going to say, oh, for every friend you bring in, we'll give you a free share. They're not. They've been around too long. They don't care about you. Especially if y'all coming in the game and you not playing with $1 million and putting your money with them, they don't really care about you. I'm sorry. They got great customer service though. They'll answer their phones. Some of them 24/7. They pretty good with that. But overall, like, you're not gonna get the service you want. But you really don't need it, right? I mean, cause it's simple. It's cut and dry. It's like you just buying shares. You know what I'm saying? And so I like Robinhood because, let's say you got extra $200 this week and you say, what am I going to do with that money? You could go get your nails done, your hair done, buy you a new outfit. What I would tell you would be just buy a share of Apple stock or buy a share of Facebook stock. You know, buy a share of Netflix. I would tell you just buy one share this week. It's not it don't have to be crazy. You can just buy one share this week, then you buy one share next week, and then maybe in 2 weeks you buy another one, and before you know it, your accounts kind of start to grow. You like, wow, I've been putting up money buying these shares. Now, don't put it in the bank. I'm going to tell you, don't put your money in the bank. All right, buy Facebook and put your money, park your money there. It's going to go up. Facebook is going to probably be double. I ain't going to say probably. I'm going out on the limb here and say Facebook will be double its price in a year from now. It's December 2nd, 2018. Facebook is looming at around $140, I think, somewhere around there. Let me tell y'all. I'm going to just show it to y'all. Yep, look, exactly. 140.61. If this would, yeah, so FB, Facebook. So I believe Facebook got massive growth on the way in 2019. Park your money there. Go buy a share of that for your son, for your daughter, and for your kids. Like if you buy a share a week here and there, when your kids, and you start to talk to them and they get like 8 years old, they start, like my daughter's 9, and my daughter can go online and tell you from her iPod how much a share of Target stock is, Snapchat, any of these companies, because we've been talking about it. We've been looking at it, and I used to quiz her, and she's good at it now. But so the thing is, when she turns 18 or 19, I can say, hey, babe, I got this portfolio of all these different companies that I've been buying over the years. Here you go. This is yours, right? Because I'm not going to be the dad with all the clothes and all the shoes and toys. That's just not me, okay? Y'all call me what y'all want to. It's not my MO, okay? I want to actually give my kids something that they can, like, actually, like, use down the road. They can learn. It's going to have growth for them. I want to leave them something. So that's just my outlook on it. So I feel strong about it. So I really like to, you know, get the kids involved with it, too. But as far as those accounts, I mean, I just say set it up. I'm going to have a link at this video up above it, below it somewhere with my Robinhood account link, my share link. I think y'all should do it. It's super easy. You can actually just set that up right from your phone and just put like 10 bucks in it. Literally, I did have somebody to put $10 in there yesterday just to start it. And then they got a free share. I got a free share. And they already own companies already. They already with $10. Like, why aren't we doing this, people? Like, what are you doing with your money? What are you doing with your money? So if you blowing it, cool, that's cool. It's your money. I don't work for your money. I don't really care. If you want to go buy hair and get your hair done every week, you see I'm a little scruffy, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't judging nobody, but y'all work for y'all own money. Y'all do what y'all do. I can't tell nobody what to do with y'all money. But I would advise you and encourage you, especially if you have children, to start putting your money somewhere where it is actually going to grow and work for you over time, okay? So you don't keep working for money, right? Get out of that cycle, that rat race. We got to start getting out of it. I'm not fully out of it either. I'm not stunting. I still work, you know, to make sure I'm just like, but I'm going to try and stay focused. So, that is why you should own stock. That's talking about the brokerage accounts. I'm going to try to stick to the script because I don't want to talk too much longer. What moves the stock price? So some of y'all probably like, you see this happening in the markets. You probably heard somebody that lost money, because most people do, because they don't know what the hell they doing. And so they might lose money. And it happens, right? You're going to buy a share of stock. You go buy Apple today at $178, and next week it might be $170. That just might happen. And you have to calm your ass down and know that, you know, it happens, right? But we're not buying it. We're not day trading. We're not buying this because we want it to go up today, tomorrow. Like, we're buying it because we want it to go up in 5 years, 10 years, right? This ain't a day trading webinar or video. It's not. It's like, you should be doing this for the growth, right? My son, when I set up his stockpile account, like, I got another account for this kid, but when I set up stockpile, I was like, oh, it's new, let me try it. I just put 50 bucks in it. And I sent him his login, or he created his login. I was like, son, I got 50 bucks in there. And then the next day he called me. He was like, I just got out of school and I checked this account and it's down $2. And he was mad. He was hot about them $2. And I like, son, do you know what the word fluctuation means? He was like, no. So I had to explain what that was. And I had to explain to my son that I didn't buy that for it to go up and down today. And that ain't even the total investment. I'm like, but son, I bought that because I believe this company is going to pop off in the next few years. It ain't got nothing to do with today. So you have to be calm and know. But you know, to him, $2 would probably mean a lot to an 11-year-old, right? Like, dude, I need them couple dollars. So I just had to explain to him, like, dude, it's okay. And y'all have to understand that if a stock goes down, just relax. Just relax. Don't get me wrong now. If it starts tanking, like Apple starts to lose you 20, 30, 40, 50, I'm going to tell you, sell it. You know, I'm probably going to tell you, sell it, cut your losses. That's one thing you'll have to learn sometimes, is to cut your losses quick. That's more of a day trading thing because stocks are so volatile. So they move really fast. They move up and down really fast. And so if you get caught on the bad end and that thing drop, you better get out quick because you could lose your shirt and your family. So, but this ain't that. These are companies that are going to really have strong growth over time. You're not going to see them losing 20% in a day. You know, that's just not going to happen. You know, it's not going to really be happening like that. Anything, you're going to see a dollar gain here. The thing over time, though, that's it, over time, okay? It's going up and up and up. So that's what y'all got to understand. So I'm going to talk to y'all about what moves the stock price, and I believe that'll probably be about the last of it. So what moves the stock price? So one is the news, right? If y'all read the news, you'll see something happen, right? I think, let's use Tesla, the company Tesla, for an example. I think it was like a month and some change ago, Elon Musk, the owner, founder of Tesla, I think he was smoking weed or something, and it was on video or something weird like that. And as soon as it was out to the news, Tesla stock just said, pew. They was at like $300 and something a share. I think right after that it was like 250, 260. I mean, it just tanked because it was news. It was bad. They like the CEOs out here wilding out. He's smoking weed, da da da. So shareholders are like nervous. They nervous. They like, he smoked weed. Oh, we're selling our shares. So for me, I'm like, it's time to buy because it's Tesla. It's Elon Musk. He's in California. He smokes marijuana. Who cares? I'm not about to go into that, but I'm going to just say they're going to win, right? Tesla's back up. They're climbing back. This guy's sending people to Mars. I mean, I just see the growth of the company. We will talk about technical and fundamental analysis with these companies because you do have to be careful. I'm telling y'all this in this video, and I should have it's probably a video, a little thing I'll put. This is not investment advice, blah, blah, blah. But you do have to be careful. Be mindful. And I'm here for y'all if y'all need something. I don't know it all, but I know a lot. And then I know what I know what I don't know. And I usually can figure some stuff out if I don't. But we got to just learn together, man, because I'm learning just like y'all. I just want y'all to know I'm here with y'all. We all in this thing together. We learning. So I'm here for y'all. But yeah, the news will move a stock price, right? You have a pharmaceutical company. Me and my twin brother, we look at a lot of smaller companies like penny stocks, small, mid-sized companies, right? They might be really small, like the comb company that started in the backyard. And we're trying to find these companies before they go to Africa and Asia and before Beyonce uses it, right? We're trying to find those companies because when we first get popping, we might be $1 like Apple in 03, right? We want to find them now and put big investments in those companies now. And that's kind of what we'll do. So for instance, we was looking at one company, it was a pharmaceutical company. And they were going through like these clinical trials to get a medicine or a pill or something approved for, I think it was like arthritis or something. And the FDA was kind of giving them some pushback, like, you know, we don't know yet. Y'all ain't really established this and this. And so what happened was finally the FDA approved their drug and said, we believe it actually does help with, you know, arthritis and, you know, reducing the pain, blah, blah, blah. So when the FDA approved the drug, I think they did some sort of deal with Eli Lilly and a lot of other big pharmaceutical companies. that little small company was at like $2 a share, $2. And then one day, me and my brother watched this stock go from $2 a share to $55 a share in like hours. Me and my brother was out of town. We looking at it like I think we was at a park like Kings Island or something, and we're just watching this stock, and we just like, we're not in on it. We wasn't in on it. But we watched the news, we watched the volume of the stock. It just started volume, if y'all don't know, that's like the number of shares traded, buying and selling. And so when volume's an indicator of if this volume is just gonna keep going crazy, like volume usually kind of has something to do with the price. It's usually gonna move the price either up or down, okay? But that day, obviously, it was just rocking. So y'all got to understand what are the different things that move the price of a stock. So, you a small company, you get the FDA approve your drug, and then all these big pharmaceutical companies saying, we want your drug to sell it or distribute it for you. They going to start rocking. So that's what y'all got to kind of get mindful of, knowing, the different reasons, right? The CEO was indicted. The stock price is probably going to fall, okay? Somebody brings in a new CEO, that's probably growth. Their shares are probably gonna start to grow. Somebody get a new contract, all these different things in the news y'all gotta be watching. And a lot of times, don't get me wrong, because a lot of times by the time stuff get to the news, it's already too late, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes that's the case. It's not always the case, but if you buying for growth, usually it works for you. So, just kind of start getting mindful and just buy some stocks that you comfortable with. Get stuff that, if you like Nike and you love that company's been around since I think I was born in 84. No, I'm lying. It was longer than that. I read Shoe Dog. Shout out to Phil Knight, Nike, whatever. Whatever. Buy the stock though. Just buy the stock. If you're an entrepreneur, great. You might be a good entrepreneur. You might have your own business. It might be going great, but I would bet that Mark Zuckerberg's probably a better entrepreneur than you. I would bet Phil Knight at Nike's probably a better entrepreneur. So I'd rather bet on his business than bet on yours, right? Don't get me wrong. I might invest with you in your business or help you, but I'm going to go with people who's actually winning, who's got a track record. The good people over at Apple, killing the game. Facebook, just different companies, man. But find the companies, Champion, the shirt I got on. This is Hanes. They're owned by Hanes. HBI, I think Hanes Brands International or something like that. They got a number of companies. Get familiar. Start asking yourself, how do I find this stuff? Don't just be a consumer. Don't just keep buying everybody's product. Own part of the company so when they start to grow, you start to grow with it. I love when y'all keep talking about, I got the new iPhone X. I don't even have the iPhone X. I don't give a damn about the iPhone X. But, I love that you guys just continue to purchase it. So just keep doing it. It's out here for us, man. It's out here for us to win, and we don't got to be the smartest, savvy investors and day traders. We can just take our little bit of money over time and grow it. That's really all this is. This ain't rocket science, y'all. Like, set up these accounts, start to put money in them, because your bank account ain't giving you shit. You're getting 0.01% return annual off your money. And so, come on, y'all. It's time to wake up. Put money in these stock accounts. Warren Buffett, if y'all don't know who that is, y'all should look him up. He gonna tell you, buy and hold. And people say, well, how long should I hold it for? He's gonna just say, hold it till you die and then give it to your kids. He also says this really smart thing that I've ever heard Warren Buffett say. He say, invest in a company that even an idiot can run, because someday an idiot will run that company. Okay? So, like dumb companies, like we know these certain Coca-Cola, that was one of his biggest investments, Coca-Cola. Still around, ain't going nowhere. He buy insurance companies and banks like Geico. He owns that company. Y'all don't know this stuff, but those are the companies that he's investing in. So y'all can too. We can too. Y'all let's start owning these companies. Let's start buying shares, accumulating them for our children. And so yeah, man, I just want y'all to know I'm about to be done. This is like 35 minutes. Wow, this is, I guess I can talk. But if y'all need me, check in with me. Hit me up. Facebook. My Instagram is at Darren Chapman. DERREN Chapman, CHAPMAN. My link to Robinhood is going to be below this video or above it somewhere. Go and set your account up. Put $10 in it. Fund that account. And, you know, let's start having fun, man. And start, y'all teach me some stuff because I don't know it all. I promise. Every day I'm trying to learn something new. So, like, y'all help me get better, man. Let's work. Let's grow together. So, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I hope I didn't leave nothing out. I think I covered everything on my notepad. And so, y'all have a blessed day. Stay up. All right. Peace out.